Hello and welcome to Yoga with Sam. We're going to do a all-round practice today. So for all levels, taking your practice wherever you want it to go. We're going to start in an easy cross-leg position, whichever feels comfortable to you. And just gently rest your hands on your knees. Just allow the eyes to gently close. Allowing yourself to come to your practice. Trying to disconnect from the rest of your day and just bringing your focus to yourself. Allowing the breath to settle, the inhales, the exhales to equal out. And maybe in this moment of stillness you set your sankalpa, your intention for today's practice, manifesting that positive energy around yourself. Just repeating it to yourself 3 times. And we'll just find some controlled breath together. As we inhale through the nose, just draw the shoulders up towards the ears. And just exhale, let it go, drawing the shoulders down and back the spine. Inhale, drawing up. Feeling the lungs expand, ribs expand. And exhaling, rolling the shoulders down and back. Feeling the belly button come towards the spine. One more breath just like that. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, take it back. Allow the shoulders to gently relax and slowly start to open your eyes. Let's start with some Sufi grounds. We're going to inhale, rotating clockwise, watching through the hips, pushing the chest through the shoulders. And as you exhale, draw the chin to chest, rounding through the spine. Inhale, take it forward. Exhale, drawing back, working with your own body, your own breath. Trying to find any areas that are desiring some movement this morning, this afternoon, this evening. Inhale, take it forward. And as you reach the top, just exhale, take it back in the opposite direction, noticing how the body feels as we change the motion. Inhale. And exhale. One more rotation just like that. And as you reach your exhale, bring the hands around that front ankle. Inhale, drop the shoulders down the back, chest comes through and open. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding through some seated cat-cows. Inhale, chest comes forward, shoulder blades drop down and back. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding through. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Take it back. Come to your neutral spine. Inhale, take those arms up and overhead. And as you exhale, take the left hand to the right knee. Right hand comes behind for a gentle twist. Keeping the spine nice and long, nice and open. Keeping the shoulders nice and open. Taking your gaze to the back of the mat. The inhale, find some length through the spine. And exhale, see if you can find a bit more space in your twist. One more breath just like that. And then on your next inhale, realign the spine, arms come up and over. Exhale, take it over to the opposite side. Right hand to left knee, left hand comes behind, taking that twist, taking that gaze to the back of your mat. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, find some space in your twist. One more breath just like that. And then as you inhale, bring the arms back up and overhead. Taking the hands out in front of you, keep them shoulder distance, drawing forward. We're finding the movement from our hips now, leaning forward as far as our hips will allow. Once we reach that limit, take the hands down and take it down into your forward fold, wherever this may be. Either finding some stillness here, or you can find a gentle sway from side to side. Listening to your body, finding whatever it needs right now. Holding here for a couple more breaths. One more breath. And then slowly walk the hands back in, either bringing the legs out beneath you or coming over to the side as we find our way into our tabletop position. Hands come underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're going to drop the belly, lift the gaze, pull them shoulders back as we inhale. Exhale, rotating through our spine, chin to chest, pushing the floor away from you. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, rounding through. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, take it back. Coming into a neutral spine, into our tabletop, extend that right leg out behind you, take the left arm out in front. Holding here for a count of 5, engage that core. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale here. And as we exhale, draw the elbow in to meet the knee beneath you. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, lengthen. And as we exhale, draw it in. Hold it here for a count of 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lengthen out. And exhale, realign back into your tabletop position. Taking it over to the opposite side. Left leg comes out behind you, right arm extends out in front. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, exhale, elbow meets the knee beneath you. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, bring it in. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lengthen out. And with the exhale, realign into your tabletop. Tuck the toes, lift the tailbone, and let's come into our first downward facing dog of our practice. Maybe finding some movement within our downward facing, pedaling through the legs. Finding any movement the body might need just to warm up into our practice. Taking 3 breaths here, over in stillness or still finding movement. Inhaling for 3. Exhale. Inhale for 2. Exhale. Inhale for 1. And exhale. Take your gaze to the top of the mat. We're slowly going to walk the feet in between the hands. Inhaling to our half rise, legs become straight, chest pushes through the shoulders, nice one-line spine. Exhale into a fold, bending into the knees, chest finds the thighs, head slowly lowers towards the crown. Inhale, rising the arms up overhead, coming into standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to find some movement within our flow now into our sun salutations. Inhale, rise the arms up. Exhale, take it through that central line into that forward fold. Inhale to your half rise, legs lengthen, spine lengthens. Exhale, place the hands down, step one leg back through plank, followed by the other. I'm going to bring our knees down for a supported chaturanga. Elbows come by our ribs, scraping the heart through the shoulders, inhaling into our cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, push back through tabletop, as you then rise up into your downward facing dog. Breathe it in for 1. Exhale, let it go. Take your gaze to the top of the mat. Let's walk it in. Inhale to your half rise, one nice long line. Exhale, folding through, chest to thighs. Inhale, rise the arms up overhead. And then exhale, take it back through that central line into that forward fold. Inhale to your half rise. Exhale into that fold, hands come down, step the left foot back, followed by the right. Knees come down, elbows come by the ribs, bringing it through your chaturanga into your cobra. Relax those shoulders, push the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, take it through tabletop. Tuck the toes and rise it up into your downward facing dog. Breathing in for 1. Exhale, let it go. Taking your gaze to the top of the mat, let's walk it in. Inhale to your half rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, brings the arms up and overhead. Exhale, take it through that central line. Inhale, half rise. Exhale, place a hand yogi. Choice now to step or jump it back into your plank. And your choice either to bring knees up or knees down as you find your way through your chaturanga into maybe cobra or your upward facing dog. Exhale, take it back either through tabletop or straight into your downward facing. Breathing in for 1. Exhale, let it go. Taking your gaze to the top of the mat, we're going to step or jump it through to the top of the mat, yogi choice. Inhale to your half rise. Exhale, folding through. Inhale, brings the arms up and overhead. And as we exhale, bring the hands to heart center. We're going to find our sun salutation B now. Inhale, bring the arms up and overhead. Exhale, take the hands back, touch the floor, hold the legs in that position as you rise it back up into your chair pose. Inhale here. Exhale, take it through your forward fold. Inhale, half rise. Exhale, place the hand, step or jump it back through your chaturanga. Inhaling through cobra or upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 1 breath here. Inhale for 1. Exhale, let it go. Next inhale, right leg rises. We're going to bend that knee and transfer that right foot between the hands, dropping that left knee down behind us. Inhale through your low lunge. Exhale, frame the foot, push back into plank, find your vinyasa. Inhaling through cobra, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in for 1. Breathe it out. Inhale, left leg rises. Bend the knee, put that left foot between the hands. Drop that right knee down behind you. Inhale, rise the arms up. Exhale, frame that foot, push back into plank, finding your vinyasa. Inhaling through cobra, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in for 1. Exhale, let it go. Taking your gaze to the top of the mat, we're going to step or jump it through. Inhale to your half rise. Exhale, folding down. And as we inhale, we rise up into our chair pose. Breathe it in here. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's find our moving sequence as we've started to warm our bodies up. Taking 1 breath, hands at heart center. Inhale, breathing in through the nose, filling the belly, filling the chest, filling the lungs. And as you exhale, just sigh it out. Inhale, takes the arms up and overhead. Exhale, take it down through your forward fold. Inhale, half rise. exhale, place the hands, step or jump it back, finding your vinyasa. Inhale through cobra, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Holding here for 3 breaths. Always the option to come straight into your downward facing if you don't want to come through all the vinyasas. Inhaling for 1. Exhale, let it go. Next, inhale, right leg rises. Bend that knee, plant that right foot between the hands, opening the left leg out at 90 degrees and windmilling the arms up into our warrior 2. Checking we can still see those right toes. We're not drawing that right knee forward, we're opening out into that right hip. Arms in one nice long line. Breathe it here for 3. And 2. And 1. I'm going to find some movement in this posture. I'm going to inhale, lengthen through that right leg, extend the arms up and overhead. Exhale, take it down through warrior 2. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, rise. Really contract through those glutes, through those quads. Feel that compression through the legs. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, rise it up. Exhale, lower. Nice. Inhale, find that length through the body. And as you exhale, we're going to turn that left heel out, coming into our goddess pose. As we exhale, we're going to take those arms out in front of us, lowering our bottoms down, trying to keep that tailbone tucked. Knees should be tracking our feet. Inhale, rise it up. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, rise, squeezing at the top. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise it up. And as we exhale, we're going to hold in this goddess pose for a count of 5. Inhale. Exhale. And 4. And 3. And 2. And last one. Inhale, rise it up. Release the hands, turn those heels out. As we exhale, leading with the heart, hinging from those hips, taking it down into our straddle fold. Maybe heel toeing those feet out if we need to. Hands coming line with your feet. Inhale, find as much length through that spine from that tailbone. And then exhale, drop the crown of the head. Take it into that fold. With every breath in, can you find some more length? With every breath out, can you take your head a little bit closer towards the mat, towards your body? 2 more breaths here. As you inhale, walk the arms out into a flat back to support your spine, and then slowly walk the hands to the top of the mat. As we do so, that right foot heel toes out to the outer edge of your right mat. Dropping that left knee down onto your mat, finding our lizard stretch. So we're sinking into our hips, maybe opening out that right hip if we have the space, going onto the nice edge of the right foot. Trying to push the chest through our hearts, through our shoulders, finding as much length through this posture as we can. Now, if that feels good to you, you can tuck the toes, lift the knee up to make this a little bit more intense. We can always bring our forearms down to intensify a little bit further. Breathing here for 3. And 2. And 1. If you're down on your forearms, come back up onto the hands. Engage your body here. We're going to step that left foot forward to meet the right, bringing ourselves into a yogi squat. Trying to keep the spine nice and long, nice and open. Breathe it here. Allow the hips to open, breath to settle. Using those elbows to help draw the knees back. Breathing in, breathing out. One more breath. We're then slowly going to bring our hands down in front of us, lift up onto our feet, ground down through those hands. We're going to see if you can jump back into a plank posture. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Either coming into your downward facing or finding your vinyasa here. I'm running out of room in this part of my living room. Finding that vinyasa. Inhaling through cobra, upward facing. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Taking 3 breaths here. Inhaling for 3. Exhale. Inhaling for 2. Exhale. Inhaling for 1. Exhale. Next inhale, left leg rises. I'm going to step that left foot between the hands, opening the right foot out at 90 degrees. Windmilling the arms up into our warrior 2 posture. Checking again that knee is tracking over those front toes. Opening out through that left hip. Breathing here for 1. Exhale. Inhale, we rise the arms up. Extend that left leg. Feel that compression through those legs. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, rise the arms up, lengthening through the body. Turn the right foot out, interlace the hands, but the index finger as we exhale, taking it down into our goddess pose. Going to hold this here for a count of 5. Can we take it a bit lower? 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, rise the arms up. Exhale, turn the heels out. Open out through the heart, leading with the hips into that forward fold once again. Maybe heel toeing those feet out, dropping the crown of the head towards your mat. Breathe it in. Breathe out. Couple more breaths here. On your next inhale, walk the hands out to reach a flat back and slowly walk the hands to the top of the mat, heel toeing that left foot out towards the left as you do so. Dropping that right knee down behind you, sink the hips and push the heart through those shoulders, finding some length here. Option to stay here, option to bring the toes under, lifting that right leg, maybe coming down onto your forearms. Breathe it here for 3 and 2 and 1. Working your way back up onto the hands. We're going to ground down through the hands to support us as we step that right leg through into our yogi squat. Thinking about lifting out through the chest, keeping one nice long spine. If you need a block to support you, we can place that underneath our bottoms, maybe underneath the heels of our feet. Using those elbows to help open out through the hips, breathe it here. Now you have the option to stay in your yogi squat, or we're going to have a play with our crow pose. Bringing those hands down in front of you. We're going to lift the knees up as high as we can. So you're lifting out through that tailbone. Grounding down, keeping your gaze forward, bend the knees in towards the triceps. Taking that gaze forward, once you find that connection, lift one leg, and then once you have it, lift the other. Holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Have a little play, maybe pause me at this point if you want to have a play with your crow pose. Wherever you are, we're going to come back down. Bringing those hands down engaging the core as we jump back into our plank pose. Holding here for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly finding your vinyasa. Inhaling through cobra, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking 3 breaths here. Inhale for 3. Exhale, let it go. Inhale for 2. Exhale, let it go. Inhale for 1. Exhale, let it go. We're then slowly going to shift our bodies forward, coming into a plank posture. Taking your right hand to the center of the mat, turning out on the nice edge of the right foot. Either bring that right knee down to support your stacking the feet, maybe stepping one foot in front of the other, finding our side plank. Can we bring that left leg up into our tree pose? Breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. Gently release that left leg, and can we step it to the top of our mats? Bringing the hands down in front of you, lifting strong onto that left leg, extending out through the tailbone, through the spine. Exhale, draw the nose towards the knee into your standing splits. Breathe it here for 3, and 2, and 1. So we're going to see if we can stand tall on that left leg, bringing it up into our stork pose. Bringing the left hand to your hip. Can we take hold of the right toes? Either staying here or extending that right leg out in front of you. Breathing here for 3, and 2, and 1. Bending back into that right knee. Can we cross that right ankle over the left thigh? Keeping that drishti strong, taking the hands to the heart center, sinking down into that left leg, into our standing figure 4 chair. Maybe taking our elbows to the sole of the foot, to the knee. Breathing here for 3, and 2, and 1. Slowly rising back up into your stork pose. Extend that right leg out. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower that leg down. Maybe give that left leg a shake. I'm going to turn around as if this is my top of my mat. Finding that central point, bring the hands to the heart center. 1 breath here. Breathe it in through the nose, fill the belly, fill the ribs, fill the lungs. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, brings the arms up and overhead. Exhale, take it down through that central line, bending into the knees if we still need it. Inhale to your half rise. Exhale, place the hands, step or jump it back, finding your plank pose. Finding your vinyasa. Inhaling through cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 breath here. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. We're going to slowly shift back into our plank posture. Bring that left hand this time to the center of the mat. Finding your variation of side plank, either with the knee down, stacking the feet 1 foot in front of the other. Bring that right leg up onto the left thigh into our tree pose. Breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. Releasing that right leg, stepping it through to your mat, lifting strong onto that right leg, lengthening out through the tailbone, through the spine, as you draw the nose towards the knee into your standing splits. Trying to keep those hips in line with your mat, so we're not opening out through that left hip. We're trying to keep them nice and square. Doesn't matter how high that back leg is. Breathe it here for 3, and 2, and 1. Slowly bending into that right leg. Can we bring it up into our stork pose? Right hand to right hip. Yogi toe grip on that left toe. Extending that left leg out, holding here for 3 and 2 and 1. Taking that left ankle over the right thigh, hands to heart center. Can we take it down into our chair pose? Can we take the elbows deep enough to find the knee, to find the foot? Breathing here for 3, 2 and 1. Slowly bringing ourselves back into standing, into our stork pose, wobble, wobble. Extend that left leg out, hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Slowly lower, give those legs a shake. Standing at the top of your mat when you're ready. Hands to the heart center. Breathe it in. Fill the belly, fill the ribs, fill the lungs. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, rise the arms up. Exhale, take it through your central line, forward fold. Inhale to your half rise. Exhale, place the hands, step or jump it back, holding in our plank for 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Finding your vinyasa. Inhaling through cobra or upward facing. Exhale, allow the knees to come down, pushing back into our child pose. Forehead finds the mat, body softens. Take 3 breaths here. You have the option, if you like, to stay in your child pose, or if you're practicing your headstand, we might want to come towards a wall or come into your headstand now. I'm going to talk you through your supported headstand. So we take our hands to either side of the elbows to make sure the distance is correct, just like this. Once you have hold of the elbows, open out the hands and interlace the fingers. This is the optimum position for your supported headstand. You then want to take the crown of the head within the nest of your fingers, lifting up through the tailbone, extend the legs. Walk the feet up so they're stacked over the shoulders, and then engage the core as you pull the knees in towards your chest. Once you have this engagement, we can then lift our legs up to sky into our shoulder stand. Sorry, headstand. Breathe it here for 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Slowly, with control, bringing yourself back down onto your mat. Returning into your child pose. Allow the blood to settle, the breath to return to its natural pattern. One more breath here. And then slowly walk the hands back in. Bring your bottom down, round, and extend the legs out in front of you. Coming into our forward fold. Option, if it's uncomfortable to keep your legs straight, to make a micro bend in your legs, or maybe pop a block underneath your bottom. What we want to do is keep the spine nice and straight, nice and long. Inhale, bring the arms up and overhead. As we did at the start of the practice, I want you to hinge from the hips first. So keeping that nice long spine. Once you reach the limit within your hips, that is when we bring the hands down to settle. Pushing our chest through our hearts through our chests. Keeping our gaze towards those big toes. Breathe it here for 3. And 2. And 1. Gently walk the hands back in. We're going to bend the feet in into our Baddha Konasana. So the soles of the feet face one another. Hands interlace around our toes. The closer your feet are towards your body, the more intense this will be on your hip flexors. So just be mindful of how your hips are feeling at the end of this practice. I want you to inhale as we did before, lengthening through that spine, hinging from those hips first, allowing those elbows, as you see, to come down onto the shins, helping those knees come a little bit closer towards your mat, leaning forward through your hip flexors, keeping that spine nice and long. Breathe it here. Again, you may wish to put a block underneath your bottom to open the hips, or underneath the knees just to support them in this posture. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Breathing in. Breathe it out. One more breath here. And then we're slowly going to bring ourselves, our bodies back upright, taking hold of the knees. We're going to guide them back to center and come into our boat pose. So we're keeping that long spine. We're trying to bring the thighs to our bellies and opening out through the chest, through the arms, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly, we're going to lower the feet towards the mat, lower our bodies towards the mat, coming into our canoe pose, taking it down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hover here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Allow the feet to come down, body to come down. Maybe bring your knees in towards your chest for a gentle rock from side to side, massaging through the core, through the spine. A couple of easy breaths here. And then I want you to bring the feet down onto your mat, hip distance apart. Trying to keep the feet stacked underneath the knees. Taking your hands down if you wish to support you. We're going to come into our bridge pose. Tilting the pelvis first, lifting one vertebrae at a time as we squeeze through our glutes, finding that lift through our legs. Once you reach your limit within your glutes, we can interlace the hands behind us, maybe walk our shoulders in a little bit further, finding a little bit more depth into our bridge. Breathing here and holding. Maybe practicing your ujjayi breath in this posture. Maybe revisiting your sankalpa, your intention that you set at the start of the practice. Keep squeezing, keep lifting, keep those glutes in line with your feet, with your hips. Breathing in, breathe it out. Couple more breaths. And then gently release the hands from underneath you and slowly lower the pelvis down, one vertebrae at a time. Once you reach the bottom of your mat, draw those knees up towards your chest. Give yourself a gentle rock from side to side. And then allow the feet to find the mat. Keep the knees nice and bent. Extend that right leg up to sky, taking hold of either the thigh, the shin, the ankle, maybe the big toe, and just draw it in towards your body, breathing here. Maybe flexing and pointing through the right ankle. Inhale. And as you exhale, cross that right ankle over the left knee, open out through that right hip, through the right knee. Threading your hands through that left thigh, draw the knees in towards the chest for a laid figure 4. Trying to draw the tailbone down, trying to keep the knee in line with the ankle. Breathe it here. Bring that left leg down, let it find your mat. And as you inhale, just lengthen out through that left leg momentarily. Exhale, bring it down. Next inhale, draw that left leg up, taking hold wherever feels comfortable, either finding stillness or flexing and pointing through the left ankle. Breathing here. Inhale. And as you exhale, cross that left ankle over the right knee, open out through that left hip flexor, threading the hands through that right thigh, draw the knees in towards the chest. Breathe it here. And then allow that right foot to find your mat. Release the hands from around the thigh. Inhale, lengthen out through that left leg momentarily. Exhale, bring it down towards the mat. Draw the knees in towards the chest and open the arms out in line with your shoulders. As you inhale, draw the knees over to the left. And as you exhale, drop the head over to the right. Gentle spinal twist. Inhale, bring the head back through center. And engage the core as you bring the knees back through center. Drop the knees over to the right and drop your gaze to the left. Breathing and settling. Body start to sinking into your mat. And then bring your head back through center, engage the core as you bring the knees back through center. Allow the feet to stay together as you bring them down onto your mat. Opening the knees out, soles of the feet come together in a laid Baddha Konasana. Left hand to your heart and the right hand to your belly as you start to prepare for your Shavasana, your resting posture after your practice today. Taking 3 breaths in your laid Baddha Konasana. And then you have the option to stay in this posture, or if you prefer to come into your traditional Shavasana, we bring the feet to the bottom corners of your mat, palms facing upwards. Do anything you need to do to allow yourself to be as comfortable as possible. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, feel yourself settling into this comfort. This is your time for you. There is no right. There is no wrong. This experience is perfect just as it is. Perfect in each moment as it unfolds. Allow yourself to sink into that support beneath you. Feeling the ground embrace you. Warm, solid, steadily supported. Holding you unconditionally. Letting go into this unconditional embrace beneath you. The body rests, cozy, secure in the sweet comfort, just for you. Body resting peacefully, free and effortless. You have the option, if it feels good to you, to stay in your Shavasana. Or if you feel ready, we're going to bring our attention to our heart center. Noticing on the inhale, chest rises. On the exhale, chest falls. Taking a moment to notice how we feel, how our body feels. Reflecting on our practice. And then slowly just allow yourself to find some movement within your fingers, within your toes. And slowly bring your hands up to your heart center in prayer position. Take a full deep inhale. And then guide your thumbs towards your third eye as you sigh it out. Inhale takes the arms up and overhead, stretching from your fingers right through to your toes. And then as you exhale, draw your knees in towards your chest, giving yourself one final squeeze. And then whenever you feel ready, bringing yourself up to seated. As we bring our hands up to our heart center to seal our practice today. Namaste. Thank you for sharing your practice with me, and I hope to see you again soon.